Hey YouTube, we back again. Leah Ash with another video. I'm Ash.
I'm Leah.
In this video, we're gonna talk about mothers who say they regret motherhood, but they still take care of their child. But we just gonna express our opinions and thoughts about on when they say they regret motherhood. And we gonna expand on it about the things that they still do, for that child and everything. But we gonna address the our thoughts on if we feel like they right or wrong for saying it, and just give our opinions on it like we do in every video. So get ready. You feel me?
Yep.
Okay. So this is how I feel about it is that I feel like they have a right to say it because we should have a right to express ourselves. A lot of people, if they don't agree with them, they so they so mean. Like people act like people can't say what they want. Like this is freedom of speech. Like saying what they want is hurting somebody. Like you should be able to express yourself. Like we heard somebody say this before, and I feel like they have the right to express themselves. I'm not gonna tear that woman down because at the end of the day, she still take care of her child. She didn't say she regret her child at all. She regret motherhood, the role of motherhood, everything that comes with. There's no book, it's no manual on being a mother. Like when you have a baby, we just learn day by day. You know, we learn as we go on how to be a mother. That's what women been doing since the beginning of time. Come on now. So we don't feel all the negative critique that she got. We don't feel like it was necessary. I mean, she had the right to say what she want. Her child is well taken care of, and it's with all the love. And even if she when her child go away from her in school or something like that, she thinking that mother's instinct, because mothers always got that mother's instinct. And when you become a mother, you just become protective anyway. So when the child not with her, she thinking like, yeah, I hope she okay, and hopefully ain't nothing going wrong. Or if it's a big storm or something like that, the first thing she gonna think about, oh, my daughter good, my son good. That's the first thing she gonna think about if anything was to go wrong. Oh, I heard a shooting in the school. Let me run to go see if my daughter good. Let me go make sure she's straight. You gonna automatically make sure they straight. You gonna automatically, be that overprotective parent. So you shouldn't just be down to nobody just on what their thoughts is. She felt like she had to get that out, and I don't think she was wrong for getting it out. What you think?
Yeah, I don't think nothing wrong with about the responsibility role of motherhood. When I first was hearing like women saying that they regret motherhood, I was kind of confused because I'm like, what you mean you regret motherhood? Because it really wasn't registering to me, and I'm gonna be honest because I don't have no children, so that's why I couldn't really understand
Mm-hmm.
the remark of a lot of women saying they regret motherhood. But then when Ash had broke it down to me, then I was like, oh, okay. It's not that they regret having children, it's the fact that the responsibility that comes with having
Mm-hmm.
children, like you're not really taught, um, when it comes to taking care of your child or children. It's just something you do off of internal instincts. So when I'm as far as the mother role, like I guess you have to look at it in the sense of like if I'm taking care of myself, then that means I'm taking care of my offspring, which came from me.
Mm-hmm.
So, everybody have responsibilities, no matter rather you're taking care of your offspring or you're taking care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you get older and your parents get older, you will have to take care of your parents. So it's like that's still a responsibility of its own.
Mm-hmm.
So You just like as far as it being draining as a mother, I guess for women that are mothers, like the physical, mental, emotional, like all that being part of motherhood because like you said, you're taking care of another human being that came from you. So I get that part because like I said at first I didn't understand it because I'm like, oh man, you don't want to take care of your children. So, but then when Ash kind of got when I got a different perspective on it, then I was like, oh, okay, now I understand it. But yeah, like it can be very demanding because you're taking care of another human being that came from you. As far as adults, like you got yourself, but then you got also jobs out here, like you got people who love the responsibility to take care of other people. What I mean by that, like you got nursing homes, you got hospitals, you got somebody's going to have to be taking care of somebody.
Yeah, and I think that they saying they regret motherhood because they're scared. It's scary taking care of a life of another human being. You're responsible for that human being, and you feel like
Right.
you imperfect, you not perfect, you gonna make a mistake, something gonna go wrong. But of course you're gonna make mistakes. Embrace your mistakes. Like I said, there's no manual on being a motherhood. Embrace your mistakes, learn from it, and become better. As time go past, you will become a better mother. But all you gotta do is try and just be there. You try and be there. You showing that child your love. That you can't get trained on that. You being there for that child is love. Period. You paying attention to that child, talking to that child, embracing them, showing affection. That's you showing your love for them.
Inspiration,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I just
a
feel like,
safe place for your child to talk to,
right. So
like
I just feel like they were scared. That's why another reason why I don't feel like bashing. I don't feel the need to bash all the mothers out there that say that
that
because
regret, yeah.
yeah, that say they regret because it's human to be scared. Like we done did things that we be scared of. So why why be so hard on somebody saying that? It's about their actions.
Mm-hmm.
You have, like I said in the beginning, you have the right to say what you want to say, but your actions speak louder than words. So they may have said that, but their actions, you know, don't reflect that. That the child is not without nothing.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with showing vulnerability because at least you're being honest with
Hmm.
yourself
Yeah.
that it is tough being a mother
Hmm.
that gotta care for your offsprings. Like that's
Right.
a very challenging job that nobody knows about until you actually
Become
in it.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you won't really know what they're going through until you become, like, you can try to relate or whatever, but until you really in their shoes, that's when you can really feel like, oh, I see why they said this. Like from the outside looking in, it's good to throw, your insults and stuff looking in, but okay, if you are in their shoes and you do know and you still throwing stuff out there, everybody's different. Just because you don't feel that way don't mean it's other people that, because you never know what they had to go through growing up. And a lot of people want to be like, oh, I want to be a better mother than my mother was to me, or her mother was to her, whoever they got raised by.
Yeah, I
So
think a lot of parents are like that. Like you take certain critiques from how you was raised
mm,
and then you kind of leverage out like, oh, I'm not going to do this when I have my own,
mm,
kind of
right,
scenario. So you do have like, I know you were saying something about a lot of parents don't have manuscripts,
yeah.
but you kind of do because you're going off of how your parents was in the household with you. So you kind of like
But I'm
making your
saying the
own.
parents that lack that, the people that said that their parents might have lacked that, they
Hmm.
might have didn't do a good job and take care of them. They might have didn't show them no affection. They might have had made a wrong decision, and they might have been like in the streets making all the wrong choices and got hurt in the household or in the streets. So you never knew how they grew up to how that thought process because of what they had to go through when they was younger, and so that make them even more scared to become a mother themselves because they don't want to make those mistakes too.
Right,
so
but
sometimes you don't have a manual, like you don't have a good example growing up. You might not have a good example throughout your life. Sometimes you really just gotta do it on your own and learn as you go. And shout out to the ones that did that. You
right,
strong, black or strong, beautiful, whatever race you are, you're strong and beautiful and you're doing your thing. Don't let your mistakes be your downfall. Just learn from it and continue to grow. Be blessed because that's a blessing. Yep. And so yeah, that's what my thoughts are on that video. And I don't feel no negativity about it, and I'm staying behind it and staying strongly on how I feel. So signing out,
all right.
Ash.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We also want to hear back from you as
Yeah,
well.
we'll love to hear your
From the
feedback.
mothers, like let me know like how y'all personally feel, because I'm pretty sure y'all have y'all thoughts on it. So
Yeah, for sure.